Okay guys, I'm here today with Deblass. Huge pleasure for me to be here. I have been hearing great things about him, that he's one of the nicest guys in Jiu-Jitsu and this and that, and that's true, he's super nice. And I trained with him yesterday as well, tough as a hell, super tough guy. And I noticed that one thing that he does very well is his framing from half guard. It's very hard to pass his guard, he always keeps framing the person. And today he's going to show us how he does it. And I think it's a very nice concept because it's the type of thing that you don't need to be athletic to do it. He is athletic, but you don't need to be athletic because you just keep a distance between the opponent and you, and it's very hard to close the distance. He also made a DVD about that, an entire DVD about half guard. So if you want to look more, Tony has his DVDs on BJJ Fanatics. But let's see how he does it here. He's gonna show us. Let's go.
All right, brother. All right, guys. So the main thing we have to understand is when we're on the defense, we need to create space. All right. Or on the offense, we need to take the space. So if someone's passing really, really hard, we're trying to create space to avoid them getting chest to chest on us. Now, there's different aspects of our frame. We have our knee shield, we have our arm shield, and we can actually go palm to palm. One of the things I like to do is I like to stay underneath the chin, all right? And I like to keep my knee pointing to my partner's far shoulder. If it gets too flat here, my partner could just collapse right here, okay? So I like to keep this knee pointed towards the shoulder, keeping the hand underneath the throat. So now even if my knee is removed, which when I'm gonna get the underhook, I'm gonna remove the knee shield, all right? I find the common mistake people make is they try to keep the knee shield in and they try to get the underhook. Now Bernardo could wizard me really hard and actually hurt my arm, okay? So from here, the hand is across, and I generally like to keep the elbow to the inside rather than the outside. Everything inside always, all right? So now Bernardo brings pressure forward. I can kind of steer this hand up, keeping his chest away from my chest, okay? Now, what I'm gonna look to do is get the underhook, of course. So I'm gonna start to collapse my knee shield. As I collapse the knee shield, okay, I'm still gonna keep the hand across. Now, how he has my arm trapped, my leg trapped, I wanna shoot this leg through. Okay, so now, naturally, Bernardo's gonna try to bring his chest closer to my chest. As he does, my hand comes across my body. So no matter how hard he squeezes me here, okay, I still have access to this hand. And this is gonna be the perfect opportunity for me to get the underhook, okay? Now notice that his head is above my head, and this is exactly where I want his head in order to reverse him, and his hips are above my hips. So he's in a perfect position for me to look to start reversing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my elbow through, and I'm gonna bring the underhook to the far shoulder. Once I'm to the far shoulder, I can start working for whichever reversal I'm looking for, whether it be taking it back, whether it be deep half guard, whatever it may be. So again, remember, when we have our shield across, we're being defensive. I've said this in my DVD. When we're holding our shield, we're not looking to kill. Okay? When we remove our shield is when we're looking to kill. However, if we get somebody on top who's very, very good with their pressure, we keep this shield across. I remember I competed against a guy who was 380 pounds, and this saved my life. Another thing we could do, this foot that's to the outside, we can look to bring this to the hip to relieve even more pressure. So my partner is getting off their knees and putting pressure down this way. I still have this in here, okay? Now shoot the leg out, partner keeps coming forward, hand comes down here. Now I shoot the underhook all the way through, get it as high as I can. My partner's head is totally above mine, and I can start looking for the reversal here. All right, guys.
So guys, one thing I like it here a lot is that the way Tom does it, he's very relaxed here. He's not spending any energy, right? Many times we see defensive positions that the guy on board ends up getting tired because he's using a lot of strength. The way Tom is here, he's very relaxed. So I'm the one spending my energy. And you can see how he makes these shields here. Another thing that was very interesting to me, that I always say, like, Jiu-Jitsu, there is no right or wrong. So for example, he plays with his elbow in. When I do half guard, for example, I never put my elbow in, I put my elbow out. So that shows like how in Jiu-Jitsu there is no right or wrong. It's whatever is working for you. That's the good position, the one that works for you. And everybody has different body types. Everybody's using about different positions. So this was a great example. Like I like doing with my elbow out, and then I focus more on my forearm, and he does different. He does with his elbow in, and still focus with his forearm, but using his knee a little bit more across here, and using his elbow to push his knee. So I love that. I mean, like it shows that Jiu-Jitsu there's no right or wrong. It's wherever it works better for you, for your body type.
And one of the reasons why I keep the elbow, I try to as much as possible, is because I feel personally, if you were to dig for the underhook now, my arm, like if you were to try to underhook this arm here, so like most people try to underhook this arm, I feel that this arm is a little bit more protected. And essentially I have to get this shield out. I must. So when I'm here, like, and I shoot this shield out, if Bernardo were to shoot this arm to my back right away, like I feel like I'm almost in like a bad spot, you know? But like he was saying, obviously the way he's doing it is working as well. So whatever works for you, find it. Or if you want to mix both.
Yeah, sure, great job. And my quick question, and what about if the guy starts standing up instead of keeping on the
So when someone's standing up, what I want to do is I want to make contact. Like I still keep my shield here, and what I try to do is I try to make contact with my partner. So if he's standing here, like I'll bring my foot to the hip, and my bottom leg, I think people neglect this a lot. I'll bring the bottom leg to the hip as well. You know, I'll stay right here. So now no matter how much pressure he puts forward, I still have my partner framed out. Now, if he's just standing and bringing his leg like in between, if he's trying to knee slice here, I'll bring this hand to my partner's ankle. So this is stopping him a little bit, okay? And from here, I'll bring this hand up and through. So now, even if my partner were to pass, look, when I have the shin, let's say Bernardo goes to pass, the ability for him to turn into me is gonna be very hard because I have his shin. All right, I'm stopping his knee from turning. If I were to grab the upper leg, now he just turns into me very easy. Okay? So always keeping connected to your partner, always touching your partner, making sure that all your limbs are being used simultaneously.
I love it, guys. Great job, Tom. Thank you.
You're the man, bro.